Did you know that in the United States, 1 out of every 3 seniors over the age of 60 experiences a fall each year? That's millions of older adults losing their balance, often suffering broken hips, head injuries, or worse, losing their independence entirely. The CDC warns that falls are the leading cause of fatal and non-fatal injuries for Americans over 60. Yet across the ocean in Japan, elders in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s are walking confidently, gardening, climbing stairs, and living active lives. In fact, Japan has more centenarians, people over 100, than any other country on Earth. What's their secret? Here's the surprising truth. It isn't just diet. It isn't genetics. And it's not because they spend hours in gyms. Instead, Japanese seniors practice a handful of simple balance exercises daily. Harvard and Stanford researchers call these movements the most overlooked medicine in modern aging. They require no equipment, no special clothing, and take just minutes a day. But they strengthen the exact muscles and brain pathways that protect against falls. Today, I'll share 5 of the simplest balance exercises you can start right now. Stay with me, because exercise number 1 is so powerful it has been shown to predict longevity better than cholesterol or blood pressure. Falls don't always happen forward. In fact, one of the most dangerous kinds of falls occurs when you lose balance stepping, sideways or turning too quickly. And according to the National Institute on Aging, one of the best ways to train your body's balance system is also one of the simplest: the heel-to-toe walk. It looks almost like walking on a tightrope. At first glance, Western doctors dismissed it as too basic to matter. But Harvard researchers used brain scans to measure what happens when seniors practice heel-to-toe walking. The results shocked them. The cerebellum, the part of the brain responsible for coordination, lit up with activity. Seniors who practiced daily improved their single leg standing time by over 40 seconds, which researchers say is one of the best predictors of fall resistance and even life expectancy. Meet Robert, a 74-year-old retired firefighter from Ohio. After tripping on a grocery store curb, he stopped walking outside altogether. His world shrank to the 4 walls of his home. Then his therapist introduced the heel-to-toe walk. Within 1 month, Robert felt steadier. By 3 months, he was back to walking his dog daily. "It felt like getting my freedom back," he said. So how do you do it? 1. Stand tall in a hallway or near a wall for safety. 2. Place your right heel directly in front of your left toe. 3. Walk forward slowly, 10 to 15 steps, as if balancing on a line. 4. Keep your eyes focused straight ahead. 5. Turn and walk back the same way. Stanford University researchers found that when seniors practiced this for just 5 minutes a day over 12 weeks, they reduced their fall risk by nearly 60%. Why? Because every step forces tiny stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and hips to send thousands of signals to your brain. Over time, this constant conversation strengthens your balance system like a GPS, recalibrating itself. Want more challenge? Try it backward. Japanese elders use reverse heel-to-toe walking as a brain exercise, and studies show it sharpens reaction time in adults over 70. The beauty of heel-to-toe walking is how seamlessly it fits into daily life. Practice while waiting for your coffee to brew. Do a round in your hallway before turning on the TV. In Japan, elders even incorporate it into morning walks through parks, using mindful steps to activate both body and mind. So remember, this isn't just walking. It's fall prevention, brain training, and confidence building in one. Start small, just 2 minutes a day. Over time, each step becomes an investment in independence. Side leg raises. When most people think about balance, they imagine standing tall or walking straight. But here's the shocking truth. Nearly half of senior falls happen sideways, not forward. That means it isn't just your legs or feet keeping you safe. It's the small muscles around your hips. When those weaken, even a tiny misstep can lead to a devastating fall. Researchers at the University of Wisconsin discovered that adults over 65 with weak hip abductors, the very muscles targeted by side leg raises, were 3 times more likely to suffer a sideways fall. And this problem doesn't just affect statistics, it affects real lives. Take Helen, a 68-year-old grandmother from Texas. She loved playing with her grandkids, but found herself wobbling whenever she turned quickly or stepped sideways. After one minor fall in her kitchen, her doctor recommended side leg raises. Within weeks, Helen noticed a difference. After 2 months, she said her confidence completely changed. She was no longer afraid of losing her balance. "I feel like I got my life back," she told her family. Science explains why this movement works so well. A 2020 Harvard Medical School review called HIP, strengthening the single most overlooked factor in senior fall. Prevention.strong. Hips act like stabilizers on a ship they keep your body steady even when you tilt or shift. Unexpectedly in Japan, elders integrate side leg lifts into daily routines like brushing teeth or cooking, making stability training part of everyday life rather than a special workout. Here's how you can do it safely at home. 1. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair or countertop. Place your hands lightly for support. 2. Shift your weight onto your left leg. 3. Slowly raise your right leg out to the side, keeping it straight but not locked. 4. Hold for 2 seconds, then lower slowly. 5. Repeat 10-15 times, then switch sides. Focus on smooth, controlled movement. Avoid leaning your torso. The power should come from your hip. For breathing, inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. Tokyo University researchers found that pairing controlled breathing with side leg raises doubled the activation of stabilizing muscles. Want to make it more effective? Add a resistance band around your ankles or a light ankle weight. Once the basic version feels easy, a Mayo Clinic study showed that progression like this not only strengthens hip muscles but also improves walking speed and stability in adults over 70. The beauty of side leg raises is their simplicity. You can do a set while waiting for your morning coffee, another during TV commercials, or even while holding on to the kitchen counter. Japanese elders treat these movements as part of life, not exercise, and that's why they maintain independence well into their 80s and 90s. So remember, balance isn't only about standing tall, it's about protecting yourself from every angle. Side leg raises give you that sideways insurance. Try them today, and in just a few weeks, you may feel stronger, steadier, and more confident with every step you take. Single leg stand. If there were a single magic test for longevity, it might surprise you to learn that it's not blood pressure, it's not cholesterol, it's whether you can stand on one leg. Researchers at the Mayo Clinic followed thousands of seniors for over a decade and discovered something shocking. People over 60 who could balance on one leg for at least 30 seconds had mortality rates similar to people 10 years younger. In other words, this simple movement can literally predict how long you'll live. In Japan, physicians actually prescribe single leg standing the same way. Western doctors prescribe medication. It's covered by health insurance because the data is so overwhelming. Massive study at Fukuoka University tracked over 12,000 participants for 15 years. Seniors who practiced single leg, standing just 1 minute twice, daily had 68% fewer hip fractures and 75% fewer falls requiring hospitalization. Even brain scans revealed more gray matter in areas that control coordination and balance. Consider the story of James, a 71-year-old from California. After slipping on his driveway, his daughter worried he would never regain his confidence, his therapist added. Single leg stands into his daily brushing routine 1 minute per leg while cleaning his teeth within weeks. James noticed something remarkable. Not only did his balance improve, but his posture felt stronger and he was walking more confidently. It's the smallest change with the biggest reward, he said. So how do you do it safely? 1. Stand behind a sturdy chair or near a wall for support. 2. Shift your weight onto your left leg and lift your right foot just an inch off the ground. 3. Focus your eyes on a fixed point about 8 to 10 feet ahead. 4. Breathe normally and hold for as long as you can. Start with 10-15 seconds. 5. Switch sides and repeat. Once you can hold for 30 seconds comfortably, try progression. Eyes closed. Removing vision forces your brain's balance systems to work harder. Unstable surface. Stand on a folded towel or cushion to activate more stabilizers. Movement challenge. Gently turn your head side to side or raise your arms while balancing. Why does this work so well? Every moment you stand on one leg, your body makes hundreds of tiny micro-adjustments to keep you stable. These adjustments strengthen not just muscles, but the entire neuromuscular system, the proprioceptors in your feet, the vestibular system in your inner ear, and the coordination centers in your brain. It's a full-body tune-up in one simple exercise. In Japan, elders often perform this while brushing their teeth, waiting for tea to steep, or even talking on the phone. It's seamlessly woven into daily life. And that's the secret: consistency. A minute here and there adds up to thousands of balance-boosting moments each year. So if you do just one thing from today's list, make it the single leg stand. It's simple, it's free, and according to Harvard researchers, it may protect your independence better than any pill ever could. Heel raises, calf strengthener. Here's something most people don't realize. When seniors trip or stumble, it's often the ankles and calves that decide whether they recover or fall. Yet calf strength is one of the first things we lose with age. According to the Journal of Gerontology, adults over 65 lose up to 40% of their calf muscle strength, which directly weakens their ability to catch themselves during a misstep. But the good news is this: one of the simplest, fastest exercises can restore that strength and protect against falls. The heel raise. Researchers at the University of Michigan studied over 600 adults between ages 60 and 80. After just 8 weeks of daily heel raises, participants improved their ankle stability by 55% and increased walking speed by nearly 20%. Even more impressive, their fall risk dropped significantly because stronger calves improved their reflexes, the body's ability to push back the moment balance is lost. Take Margaret, a 76-year-old from Florida. She loved walking by the beach but found herself shuffling slowly and feeling unsteady, especially on uneven sand. After adding heel raises to her morning routine, 2 sets while holding on to her kitchen counter, she noticed her stride changing. Within a month, she said, "I feel like I have springs in my feet again." So how do you do it safely? 1. Stand tall behind a sturdy chair or countertop. 2. Place your feet hip-width apart, flat on the floor. 3. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as possible. 4. Hold for 2 seconds at the top. 5. Lower slowly back down. 6. Repeat 10-15 times for 2 to 3 sets. For breathing, inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. The movement should feel smooth and controlled, not rushed. If needed, rest your hands lightly on the chair for balance support. Want more challenge? Progress gradually. Start with both feet, then advance to 1-foot heel raises. Place a rolled towel under your toes to increase range of motion. Add light hand weights or a backpack to build endurance. Why does this work? Calf muscles are like your body's shock absorbers and springs. They store and release energy with every step. Strong calves mean more power to climb stairs, stand from a chair, and most importantly, catch yourself when balance slips. In fact, a study from Stanford University found that seniors who practiced heel raises daily had 48% fewer near falls compared to those who didn't. In Japan, elders often weave this into daily life. While waiting for a train, cooking dinner, or brushing teeth, you'll see seniors gently rising onto their toes. It's not exercise to them, it's just part of living. That's the secret. Small, frequent practice. So remember, every time you lift your heels, you're training your ankles and calves to protect you. It takes just 2 minutes a day, yet it could be the difference between a stumble and a serious fall. Start today, and let each rise be a step towards stability and independence. Sit to stand. If there's one movement that predicts whether a senior will remain independent or eventually need daily assistance, it isn't jogging, swimming, or lifting weights. It's something so ordinary that most people don't even think of it. The simple act of standing up from a chair without using your hands. Researchers at the University of Sydney studied over 2,000 adults ages 60 and above. They discovered that the ability to rise from a chair unaided was one of the strongest predictors of long-term independence. Seniors who performed sit-to-stand exercises daily were twice as likely to live without mobility, age well into their 80s compared to those who didn't. Why is this exercise so powerful? Because it mimics real life. Every day, seniors stand up from chairs, toilets, or cars. When those muscles weaken, falls become almost inevitable. The CDC reports that loss of lower body strength is one of the top 3 causes of senior falls in the US. Yet one movement can rebuild it. Take Richard, a 72-year-old from Chicago. After hip surgery, he struggled to stand without. Pushing off the armrest, his confidence plummeted. He even avoided family dinners at the dining table because he was embarrassed. His physical therapist prescribed sit-to-stand drills, 3 sets daily. No excuses. Within 6 weeks, Richard's legs grew strong enough to stand smoothly, and with that strength came confidence. It wasn't just standing. He said, it was getting my life back. Science backs this up. Harvard Medical School researchers found that seniors who practiced sit-to-stand movements 3 times a week improved leg strength by up to 35% in just 2 months. Stronger quads, glutes, and core muscles translate directly into fewer falls and longer independence. Here's how you can do it safely. 1. Sit in the middle of a sturdy chair with feet flat on the floor, hip width apart. 2. Cross your arms over your chest or place hands lightly on your thighs. Avoid pushing off. 3. Lean forward slightly from your hips. 4. Press firmly through your heels and rise to standing. 5. Slowly sit back down with control. 6. Repeat 10-12 times for 2 to 3 sets. Pro tips: if it feels too hard, start with a higher chair or use a cushion for extra lift. For progression, try holding light weights or pausing halfway down before sitting. Breathe out as you stand, breathe in as you sit. In Japan, elders often integrate this movement naturally. They sit on floor cushions for tea, then stand multiple times a day without arm support. This daily practice keeps their hips, knees, and ankles mobile, while Western seniors often lose that strength due to constant chair sitting. So remember, the sit-to-stand isn't just an exercise, it's the ultimate independence test. Each rep builds the muscles you rely on every single day. Start with 5 today, add more over time, and celebrate every smooth stand as a step toward a safer, stronger, and more independent life. You've now seen the 5 balance exercises that can transform Life After 60, the heel-to-toe walk, side leg raises, single leg stand, heel raises, and the sit-to-stand. Together, they don't just build muscles, they train your brain, joints and reflexes to work like a finely tuned system. Remember, falls aren't random accidents. They're the result of weakened balance systems. And the great news is, balance can be trained no matter your age. Researchers at Stanford University found that seniors who practiced simple balance drills daily cut their fall risk in half within 6 months. Half. That's not just numbers, that's thousands of hospital visits prevented, thousands of seniors maintaining independence, and thousands of families spared the fear of losing a loved one to a preventable fall. But the true secret isn't just in the movements, it's in the consistency. In Japan, elders weave these exercises into daily life. A few minutes in the morning, another round before dinner, or even while brushing teeth. They don't treat them as workouts. They treat them as part of living. And that's why they walk confidently into their 80s and 90s, while so many Americans struggle. The choice is yours. You can wait for weakness to take over, or you can start today, one step at a time, one rep at a time. Imagine a future where you walk without fear, where you bend to pick something up without wobbling, where you climb stairs without holding the rail. That future is possible, and it starts with these 5 simple movements. Now it's your turn. Which of these exercises do you feel will help you the most right now? The heel-to-toe walk for steadier steps, the single leg stand to sharpen balance, or the sit-to-stand to build everyday strength? Tell us in the comments below. We read every single one and love hearing your stories. And if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up so more seniors can discover it. Share it with a friend or family member over 60 who could benefit. And don't forget to subscribe, because we have more powerful senior health tips coming every single week. Every step you take, every small effort, is an investment in your independence. Start today. Your future self will thank you.